Let's be real. Life feels like it's on fast forward. AI is rewriting the rules of everything. The economy? It's like riding a roller coaster in the dark. And that to-do list of yours? It's a beast that never sleeps. Every day feels like you're paddling against a tidal wave of chaos. Notifications pinging, headlines screaming, and that constant whisper of uncertainty about, well, everything. You're stressed, you're overwhelmed. And no matter how hard you push, it feels like you're always one step behind. But here's the twist. What if the secret to thriving in all this chaos isn't about fighting harder? What if you could turn all that pressure into fuel? Today, I'm going to share something powerful, a mental state called flow. It's what the world's top performers use to transform chaos into clarity and peak performance. And the best part? I'll show you a simple, science-backed way to unlock it for yourself. Let's be honest, those old rules just don't work anymore. Hustle harder, sleep less, push through the burnout. That was the playbook for a world that used to feel predictable. But today, trying that is like sprinting straight into a wall. We're living in an era of mind-bending change. AI isn't just another tool, it's rewriting entire industries. The economy? Planning for next year feels like throwing darts blindfolded. And this isn't just about stress at work, it's deeper. It's the artist wondering if an algorithm will make their craft obsolete. The small business owner watching supply chains flip overnight. The recent grad staring at a job market that looks nothing like it did 4 years ago. That constant hum of uncertainty? It's an energy vampire. It drains your creativity, keeps you stuck in reaction mode, and leaves you ending the day exhausted, but strangely, unaccomplished. You're surviving, not thriving. But what if there was another way? A different mode? A state where you don't just fight the chaos, you dance with it. Here's the game changer, a mental state psychologists call flow. The idea was first explored by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi back in the 70s when he studied people performing at their absolute peak. Rock climbers, chess masters, surgeons, artists. They all described the same experience, being so absorbed in what they were doing that everything else faded away. Time felt strange, sometimes racing, sometimes slowing to a crawl, and their performance soared. You probably know this feeling as being in the zone. But here's what makes flow incredible. It's not just a feeling, it's a neurobiological superpower. When you enter flow, your brain does something radical. It quiets the part of your mind that's always second-guessing you. That inner critic? Gone. Suddenly, you feel free, creative, unstoppable. At the same time, your brain floods you with a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, norepinephrine, endorphins, that sharpen your focus, speed up learning, and make you feel amazing. It's why flow feels almost superhuman, because your brain is firing on all cylinders. And the numbers back it up. Studies show people in flow can double their productivity, sometimes more. But here's the best part. This isn't about grinding harder or chasing hustle culture. Flow is effortless. It's deep engagement without the stress. Instead of fighting the current, you become the current. So why does flow matter so much right now? Because it thrives in a very specific zone. The sweet spot where challenge meets skill. If something's too easy, you're bored. Too hard? You're anxious. Flow lives right on that razor's edge where you're stretched, but not drowning. And let's face it, the chaos we're living in, with AI reshaping industries and the economy flipping like a coin, is basically a non-stop challenge generator. The problem? Most of us experience that challenge as pure anxiety. But here's the shift. When you learn to trigger flow, you turn that anxiety into fuel. In flow, your brain's fear center, the amygdala, quietly steps aside. Suddenly, you can look at a complex problem, like how will AI change my career? Not with panic, but with focused creativity. You start seeing patterns, making connections, and adapting faster than ever. It's like turning a tidal wave from something that could drown you into a wave you can ride. So how do you actually do this? How do you find flow when the world feels like it's coming unglued? You don't wait for calm waters. You create the conditions for flow right in the middle of the storm. And it all comes down to 3 simple steps. This approach is inspired by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's flow theory, but adapted for modern challenges like AI disruption and uncertainty. It translates the science of flow into practical steps you can apply today. Step 1, and I know this sounds completely backward when you feel like you're drowning, is to pause. When chaos hits, our instinct is to react, to scramble, to do something, anything, to feel in control. But that knee-jerk reaction? It's the enemy of flow. It's fear talking. To find flow, you need to shift gears, from your reactive brain to your creative brain, and that starts with an intentional reset. Now, don't worry. I'm not asking you to disappear for an hour-long meditation retreat. This can be as simple as 5 deep breaths before you fire off that stressful email, or a quick 10-minute walk without your phone after hearing some wild news. The goal is to carve out just enough mental space to look at the situation with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, what's the real challenge here? And what skills do I already have to meet it? Take this example. News breaks that a new AI tool can do a big chunk of your job. The fear reaction? Panic? The flow approach? Pause. Step back. Get curious. Ask, okay, this is a new challenge. How could this tool make me better? Could it handle the boring stuff so I can focus on the creative, strategic work I actually enjoy? That tiny shift, from panic to curiosity, moves you out of the anxiety zone and into the flow channel, where challenge meets possibility. Step 2. Adapt. Once you've paused and reframed the challenge, it's time to move. Flow isn't rigid, it's dynamic. It asks you to adjust, to bend, to move like water. Instead of clinging to a 5-year plan that shatters the moment reality shifts, you take a flexible, iterative approach. You try one path, learn, and adjust, flowing around obstacles instead of crashing into them. Think of it as turning your work, and even your life, into a series of small, manageable experiments. Say you're staring down economic uncertainty and your main income feels shaky. The old-school burnout-inducing move? Double down and grind harder at that one thing. The adaptive, flow-based move? Start experimenting on the side. Maybe carve out 3 hours a week to learn an AI tool and test a small freelance gig. The key is balance. The challenge should stretch you, but not crush you. It's not, I need a new career by next month. It's, let me try this one small thing. Each win, a happy client, a new skill mastered, gives you that dopamine hit and pulls you deeper into flow. Suddenly, chaos isn't a threat. It's a reason to grow. You're surfing the wave instead of being swallowed by it. Step 3. Connect and communicate. This is the step most people forget when they think about flow. We picture it as a solo act, the lone genius lost in their work. But some of the most powerful flow states aren't solo at all. They're shared. In times of massive uncertainty, isolation is a trap. It amplifies anxiety and makes every challenge feel 10 times heavier. Connection changes that. Sharing your challenges with others, whether it's a trusted colleague, a mentor, or even a group of friends, creates a feedback loop that sparks ideas and energy. This is where group flow happens. You've felt it before. That brainstorming session where time disappears, egos fade, and ideas just click. That's group flow. It's magic, and it's real. In today's world, this could mean starting a small industry group to swap strategies for adapting to AI, or having honest conversations with your family about navigating financial stress together. When you connect, you share the mental load, you turn isolation into collaboration. And suddenly, the wave you thought would drown you becomes a wave you're riding together. Connection isn't optional, it's your lifeline. Let's face it, the world isn't slowing down. The chaos, the uncertainty, the breakneck speed of change, that's the new normal. So here's the choice. You can keep fighting against it, feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and constantly behind. Or you can learn the art of flow. Flow is how you take back control, not by trying to control the world, but by mastering your own state of mind. And it starts with 3 simple steps. First, pause and reflect. Turn fear into focus. Second, adapt your strategy. Use flexibility to turn big challenges into small, engaging experiments. Third, connect and communicate, because we're always smarter and stronger together. Practice these steps, and you stop being a victim of chaos. You start using its energy as fuel. You find clarity in confusion, opportunity in disruption, and a sense of purpose in a world that desperately needs it. You don't just survive, you thrive.